Fellas, this is your Colonel speaking, and ladies and gents, we have new events. We have new anniversary events. They're not just any events, but they are anniversary, and let's run to our mailbox here and see what we get. So, daily rewards, we're going to get Heroic Summon Scroll times 3 and Magic Silver Coin times 5 every day. That means, and I believe these events go for 2 weeks. So that means we're going to get, about like 42 Heroic Scrolls and 70 of the silver coins. So of course the silver coins are going to be a currency for some of the events here. So we'll look at that momentarily. But that's what we're getting in our mailbox every day for our daily reward, and of course it is Heroic Summons. And yeah, these are rewards from the Promise event. So that's pretty cool. I already got all of these apparently, and yeah, so there's some nice stuff there. And I believe these are for lighting up different avatars, I think, is the deal. Different characters in the game. So that's what those are for. So we'll see momentarily here. So let's see. First of all, I guess let's look at cool events first, of course. And then we'll get to the anniversary events. So, first of all, we have Palace of Eternity here. And I guess... Oh, are they not? Okay, interesting. So I guess you can't actually get these little crystals here in the Palace of Eternity. I guess you had to get them in the last event, the last summoning event. I thought they'd have it again here, but they're not. But they don't, unfortunately, because I have an Ipecac I was wanting to use, but I guess I don't get to because I can't get the crystals for it. I needed to do that last time, apparently. That's frustrating. But anyway, if you did get the crystals last time, what are they called? I don't even know what they're called. No, not that. Let's see. Eternal crystals. Yeah, that's what they're called. So if you have 10 or so of these eternal crystals, I think they cost 10 apiece. Then you can trade in, your Ipecac, for example, for, one of the last 5 released heroes. You can trade them for the new hero here. And that's really disappointing. I really wanted to trade my Ipecac, but I guess I don't get to. Okay, well, anyway, that's there for all of you who have eternal crystals to use. And if you do, then good for you. Lucky you. But anyway, next up we have the Grey Dwarf's Blessing, which goes for another week. And of course you can trade your 4-star gear for 5-star gear, your 5-star gear for 6-star gear, and lastly, your 6-star gear for class-specific suits. You got your Weaver's suit, Assassin's suit, War Master suits, Minstrel suits, and Oracle suits. 1 for each class in the game. And you all know how that works. But anyway, value packages here. We're getting scrolls, gems, and what are these things? These are anniversary badges. So those will be used to flip cards in the lucky 4th anniversary event, which we will look at momentarily. But those are what you're getting in your value packages, and of course they range from $99.99 all the way down to $9.99. Hero Lottery. If you do happen to summon Drake into your collection, you're going to get a set of orange 3-star gear for every Drake that you summon. And of course the the chances of summoning Drake are greater in this event than they are for other 5-star heroes. So you should be able to get lucky there. And I'm told, don't quote me on this, but I'm told that they've added a feature to the game where if you don't summon a Drake after 500 summons, at 500 summons you will get a Drake. Is how it is. That's the rumor anyway. They've put this in place, and it's pretty nice. So basically, you are guaranteed a Drake for every 500 summons, at least one Drake. So if you go 499 summons and don't get your Drake, supposedly the 500th summon will be a Drake. But anyway, that's just a rumor. Maybe we'll confirm it here in a moment. But our summon prizes here are, of course, orbs and scrolls for the first 200 summons. For the first 300 summons, you're going to get a total of 10 profit orbs, which is great because, of course, in 2 more weeks the profit summoning event is coming up, so you're going to need those. And of course, you get 30 scrolls per 200 summons, and also with your 200 summons, you're going to get a Gru copy, for better or worse. And at 300 points, you're going to get the hero replacement materials. And then at 400 points, you're getting a free Drake. And again, if what they said is true, if the rumors are true, for 500 summons, you're guaranteed at least one Drake. And then, of course, you get another free copy at 400. So that's two Drakes per completion. So we'll see if it pans out that way. But anyway, at 500 points, you're going to get 15 glorious relics, which are superb, of course. Everyone loves glorious relics. Oh, and here we go. So for this hero exchange event, we got 6 light and dark heroes here. Well, 3 light, 3 dark heroes, basically. Well, no, that's not true. There's Penny in there too, isn't there? So we got 2 light heroes, 3 dark heroes, and a Penny that you can get in the altar exchange. And of course, these all vary in price depending on which one you're going for. But the most expensive being Amun-Ra, who I'm going to go for because I would like to complete her. I have an E3 right now, but I don't have any more copies. So I do want that Amun-Ra copy, and not just to complete her, but to hopefully finish Seal Land 20 for the Dark faction. But anyway, and then so that's the most expensive, and then it goes all the way down to you got 6,000 for Mim and Bilrain, and 5,500 for Michelle and Dasmoja and Penny. So there you go. So pretty cool. You can pick up a bunch of these guys if you want. Obviously, it only lets you buy one. So, like, I can't buy 2 Amun-Ra copies, but still, if you want to pick up an Amun-Ra and maybe a Belrain, there you go, So, very nice event so far. And so those are your cool events, everybody. So now for the anniversary events themselves. Let's see what we got here. So here we have card flipping, and tap to flip cards. Basically, you're using these anniversary badges, and I guess for every 50 anniversary badges you get, you can flip one of these cards. So, and here's the deal as well. So for every 5 cards you flip, you also get these bonus rewards. So if you flip 5 cards, you're getting a free Antlers cane. Well, it's not free necessarily, but still, flipping 5 of these cards will get you an Antlers cane. And then for flipping 10 cards, you're going to get what is this? Oh, that's the new Sherlock skin. So that's pretty cool. Let's look at it really quickly. So this is the Royal Guard. That's very cool, actually. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's very cool. In fact, I could maybe even use this as my new avatar if I don't know. That's tempting. Anyway, it gives your Sherlock plus 5% HP, plus 3% attack, and plus 4 speed. And of course, speed is very nice for Sherlock, because you want him to get that crowd control going as soon as possible. But anyway, it says here, around the royal banquet stand the most majestic and elegant guards, the royal guards, and they are melodious. What does it say? They are the melodious songs that in harmony, and they are the melodious songs that in harmony with this magnificent palace. Okay, that didn't make any sense. Their carving mask signifies that they are the most dignified and composed guard ever. With the massive royal guards deployed, finger cross, they are mighty enough to withhold the banquet from the most sinister trick of little Princess Carey. Okay, well, there you go. So that's the new Sherlock skin. It's pretty cool looking. If you can flip 15 of these cards, you're going to get a Russell copy. He's the new light hero, and we'll look at him in a bit. We'll look at him and Drake both. If you flip 20 cards, you're going to get a chest with you can choose artifacts. So any of the big artifacts. I guess if you want a second Antlers cane, you could do that here. Then at 25 cards, you're going to get another copy of Russell, which is nice. Flipping 30 cards gets you is that a 10-star dummy, I guess? 10-star forest dummy. Flipping 35 cards, you're going to get another copy of Russell. That's your third copy of Russell at that point. And flipping 40 cards gets you another artifact here. So I guess you really, if you really wanted to, you could get 3 copies of Antlers cane here. If you wanted to do get those for Ormus's workshop or something like that. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But those are just the bonus rewards. So basically, what else can you get here? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So these are the different prizes that are here, and so it's just kind of random. Whichever one you flip over, these are the prizes. So that there aren't different chances or anything like that. They're just in there, and I mean this is all 40 right here. So you flip a card, you get one of these prizes. And of course, if you get that exclusive orange artifact, for example, then you're not going to get another one. I mean, that's the only one that's in this event. So if you get that, then you're done. I mean, with the orange artifact. So that these aren't going to repeat. So basically, there are 8 copies of Russell in this event that you could pull. I mean, the very first card you pull could be a Russell, and of course, you can't get any more than 8 Russells. But of course, with the bonus rewards, you could get 8 plus 3. You could get 11 copies of Russell. Not that you would need 11 copies, but I mean, sure, why not? Anyway, there you go. It's a very cool event, but again, I don't know if there's a way to get these anniversary badges. How do you get? Oh, here we go. So you can get anniversary badges with Be With Us quests. We'll look at those in a moment. The Magic Show event, which we haven't looked at yet, and of course value packages. So I guess for free-to-play players, you're going to want to get as many of these as possible in the Be With Us quests and the Magic Show, which we'll look at momentarily here. So next up we have the Magic Show, and again, you got your silver coins here, and we got 5 in our mailbox. So you're going to get 70 of these over the course of the event in your mailbox for free. And then to get the others, let's see, what do you have to do here? Oh, I see. You get 70 in your mailbox, and you can purchase another. You can purchase others with gems right here, and you're limited to 1,000, which is 150,000 gems, which, as you can see, I don't have quite that many at the moment, but yeah, you can purchase more of these up to 1,000 if you have 150,000 gems. But anyway, that's how you get these. And basically, we have 5 here. Do we want to? I kind of want to wait till I have 10. So I think we're going to wait on this. But basically, you scrape here, you get rewards. You could possibly get these anniversary badges, which will help you in the card flipping event. And otherwise, I don't really know what the prizes are. Let's see. I guess each scrape gives you a 3-star hero. And let's see. Each magic lottery will scrape out 5 random 3-star heroes, each with the same odds. Oh, that's right. So this is where. So if you get 3 heroes from an identical faction, you get an extra 4-star hero. And if you get 4 heroes from an identical faction, you get an extra 5-star hero. And then all 5-star heroes from an identical faction, you get 1 5-star Russell, and so on and so forth. So basically, every time you scrape here, you're going to get 3-star heroes, and if you get 3 from the same faction, 4 from the same faction, etc., etc., that's basically you're going to get more and more rewards there. So that's how that works. And then we have Be With Us here. During the event, complete the designated quests. So basically, do 10 heroic summons. You're going to get one anniversary badge and 1,000. Well, what? 1,000,000 gold for every 10 summons you do. So and with a limit of 200. So this is where you can get a lot of. You can rack up a lot of these anniversary badges here. It looks like profit summoning 3 times will get you a badge and some spirit. Obtaining a 5-star hero via summon circle, creation circle, or shard summons will get you a badge and some purple goo, or hero promotion stones, I guess they're called. And then complete a 4-star and above tavern quest once. You can do that 20 times to get some badges and some dust. a 5-star and above tavern quest. You can do those 10 times, and for every one of those you actually get 2 anniversary badges, so that's pretty cool, and some dust as well there. Completing a 6-star and above tavern quest, you can do that 3 times, and each time you do that you're going to get 5 anniversary badges and 3,000 dust. And completing a 7-star quest a single time is going to get you 15 of the anniversary badges and some more dust, so a lot of dust to be had here. Every time you do 3 arena tickets, you're going to get an anniversary badge and 20 gems, and you can do that 40 times. And of course this does go for 2, well, does it go? Yeah, it goes for 2 weeks. So we have time to rack these things up. Every time you spend 5 million gold, you're going to get an anniversary badge and some hero promotion stones, and you can do that 30 times. So what is that, like 80 million gold? Okay, interesting. So you need to spend 80 million gold in order to max that one out. Consuming 5 million spirit. For each 5 million spirit, you're going to get an anniversary badge and some hero promotion stones. You can do that 30 times as well, and again that's 80 million spirit that you're consuming along with your 80 million gold. And then we have magic dust. For every 500 magic dust you spend, you're going to get a badge and some monster blood and monster souls, I guess they are, and you can do that 40 times. And then consuming Prophet's blessings. Prophet's blessings? Are those those are branches, aren't they? Yeah, Prophet's blessings are branches. So for every 100 branches you spend, you get a badge and 100 monster promotion stones. Is that what they're called? I forget. Anyway, monster, yeah. Anyway, that's how you're going to get, especially if you're free to play, this is how you're going to get the bulk of your anniversary badges in order to flip these cards here. Because otherwise you have to spend on value packages, and of course you'll get a few of these in your mailbox as well. So that's the deal there. And lastly, we have Anniversary Promise. So these are the ones that I already completed, that you saw in my mailbox at the beginning. So light up 10 5-star hero avatars. I did 10 out of 10 there. I've lit up 20 5-star hero avatars as well. And now, what else do we need? We need to light up a 5-star Michelle and a 5-star, is that right? A 5-star Michelle and a 5-star Das Moja in order to, oh, and I already have, haven't I? Okay. So I got that prize. For the 2nd Anniversary Promise, I need to light up a meme, and I have one in my bag, so that shouldn't be a problem. Then you have to light up Kerry and Amun-Ra for the light hero shards and the relics, and I did that. And so the only ones I still have to do here are I have to summon a meme to go with my Belrain, and I'll get the dark shards and the 5 glorious relics. And then I need to light up a Russell and a Drake in order to get the ultimate prize here, which is an exclusive orange artifact and 10 glorious relics. So there we go. So lastly, we have the 4th anniversary card here. For $19.99, you're going to get 15 days worth of gems, glorious relics, and gold as well. And it's 99k gold times your level. So that's like 100,000. nearly 100,000 per level. I'm level 270 plus, so that's like 270 million gold per day that I'll be getting if I buy this, and I probably will. We'll see. And of course, 15 times 4 glorious relics is 60. So you're going to get 60 glorious relics, which is basically a copy of any regular faction hero that you want from the glorious relic shop. And of course, the light and dark heroes cost 80, so it's not quite there, but you can get, it's enough to get an elite hero shard from the glorious temple. And of course, you're going to get nearly 1,000 gems per day for 15 days. So that's 15,000 gems. Pretty nice. So definitely a nice package here. And of course, you're getting 1,000 VIP points as well with that. So there we go. So we're going to look at the 2 new heroes now. We may as well check them out, right? So first off, we have Drake. He's the new Shadow Assassin, and his big drawback, I think his big drawback here is that he's an assassin. I mean, not many people are playing assassins right now, and so for me, for example, my tech tree here, like I have assassin maxed out for the first level here, but I haven't touched it on the second level, so I haven't done any any crowd control immunities or anything like that. And if I do, I mean, I haven't touched this basically because I don't have any assassins in my lineup. And if I do put a Drake in my lineup and start doing working on my assassin tech, it's only going to affect that one hero in my lineup. Whereas right now I have I have 4 warriors in my lineup right now. I have what? I've got Horus, I've got Aspen, I have Garuda, and I have my I'm blanking on the name. What's your name? Tara, of course. So I have those 4 in my. So every bit I pump into warrior tech is affecting all 4 of those heroes. So so to put an assassin in my lineup right now would just it would just not be maximizing the tech that I can be pumping into my team. So that's a drawback with Drake. But anyway, we'll look at him anyway and see what he's all about. So we'll go in reverse order here. So first of all, his passive skill. Every time the active skill or basic attack is performed, Drake gains Self-Shadow Lure for 1 round and reduces 100% of defensive attributes of the enemy with the lowest HP for 2 rounds. So Shadow Lure has a 60% chance to hide into the void. Oh, that's okay. So that's Carrie's dodge, basically. 60% chance to dodge any active skills or basic attacks from enemies. And so that's for 1 round. So for the round after he does his active or passive skill, he can dodge, which is pretty cool. And of course, and that is really powerful. I mean, it's nice on you've seen it work on Carrie, and he basically has the same ability to basically just blink out and dodge any attacks that are leveled against him. So it's really nice. And of course, he reduces 100% of the defensive attributes of the enemy with the lowest HP for 2 rounds. That includes armor, damage reduction, all damage reduction, block, and dodge. So that's pretty cool. That's a nice little debuff that he puts on the enemy with the lowest HP. It lasts 2 rounds, and of course he gives himself that dodge ability for the next round. So that's pretty cool. So next up we have Deadly Strike, which is a passive skill, and his basic attack targets the enemy with the lowest HP, deals 220% of attack damage, and inflicts a black hole mark on the target. Black hole mark detonates after 2 rounds, dealing damage equal to 100% of the total damage from active skills and basic attacks the target received during the effectiveness of the mark. The damage won't exceed 4,000% of Drake's attack, and it is unstackable. So that's pretty cool. I think this in some ways gets around Carry, because basically, Drake can hit with his basic attack, and then even if he dies, that mark stays on the target and just builds up for 2 rounds, and then explodes basically, and deals some potentially massive damage to the target. And again, even if it's his basic attack, so even if he gets hit by Carry, it doesn't matter. He can still get this off. So that's pretty cool. And if the target has already been inflicted with a black hole mark, Drake will deal damage on the target by 20% of the target's max HP. So that's pretty cool too. So if the target already has a black hole mark, he still deals some extra damage to it, capped at 1500% of Drake's attack. So yeah, so he can do some nice damage there with his mark, and then he's gaining plus 40% attack, which of course you want high attack on Drake, so that he can deal a lot of damage. Crit damage plus 50%, skill damage plus 70%, control immunity plus 30%, and we're seeing that on a lot of new heroes lately, the control immunity plus 30%. So a lot of the newer heroes generally have some type of control immunity. So that's pretty standard. And then he has speed plus 60. And speaking of speed, let's see, he's speed 1232. How does that compare to Carry? Just curious. Oh wow, so he's actually faster than Carry. In fact, he's the fastest unit in the game, isn't he? 1232. Let's look at Ada. What's she? Okay, she's 1238. So he's actually not faster than Ada, but he is faster than Carry. So that's pretty cool. But again, I mean, he doesn't really need to be faster than Carry. Well, we'll look at his active skill here in a moment, I guess. Let's look at it now. So it deals 400% of damage against 2 random enemies, and extra damage equal to 20% of the target's max HP, capped at 1500% of Drake's attack. At the same time, inflicts black hole mark on the target, which detonates after 2 rounds, dealing damage equal to 100% of the total damage from active skill. It's the same as the basic skill, black hole mark. And if the target already has a black hole mark, again, he'll deal extra damage to it. 20% of the target's max HP, capped at 1500% of Drake's attack. So I guess it's cool, if he does, I guess you kind of want to be faster than Carry, so that he gets this active skill off. But even if he doesn't, he can still get that black hole mark on the target with his passive skill. So he has 2 ways to get around Carry, basically, and it's with his basic attack, and the fact that he's faster than Carry, so that he can get his active skill off before she can hit him with her ability. So there you go. So Drake's decent. He's pretty cool. He deals a lot of damage. Again, I don't know. People were saying he's more of a PvE hero, but I don't know. Like I said, he's got the dodge, which is great. That's a great ability with for PvP. But I mean, it's good in PvE as well. But but again, his black hole marks get around Carrie in a way, and his speed, of course, he's faster than Carrie as well, so he can get around her that way as well. So again, he may be a good counter to Carrie in PvP. So there we go. Pretty cool hero. And again, he's an assassin, and it's just, I don't know. It's hard to justify spending on assassin. Now maybe some of you have, maybe some of you are already playing with Nakia, or I don't know. Some of you may still have Sia in your lineup, and if that's the case, then maybe Drake would be a little more beneficial for you if you already have an assassin or two in your lineup. But honestly, if you're still using Sia, your lineup kind of sucks anyway. I'll be honest. But I don't know. That's his only drawback, is that he's an assassin. So now we're going to look at Russell, and let's see what his speed is. What's his speed? Okay, 1218. So he's the same speed as Carrie. He's not faster than Carrie, but I believe he has an ability that gets around her anyway, and we'll see what that is here. Let's see. So first of all, Dazzling Light, passive skill. When the battle begins, has a 100% chance to inflict dazzle on 2 enemies with the lowest HP for 1 round. Yeah, so this gets around Carrie, because even if Carrie gets her attack off before he does, he still gets this passive off, right? So he's going to dazzle 2 enemies with the lowest HP for 1 round. When the round ends, he restores HP equal to 400% of his attack. Now wait, why would you want to do that? I guess that's more insurance against Carrie as well. So if he gets hit by Carrie, or another hero that's faster than he is, then at the end of the round he's going to gain 400% of his attack as HP. So he's going to gain it all back, pretty much. He's pretty much going to gain all his HP back from the round 1 damage that he takes. So that's pretty cool as well. And in that case, I mean, maybe you don't want him to be that fast. You do want him to take a couple of hits so that he can, otherwise gaining that HP back is not going to matter. Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of a weird ability, honestly. But anyway, so he's going to dazzle 2 enemies, and he's going to gain a layer of light arrow for 4 rounds, and we'll see what that does in a moment. But basically, dazzle is a control effect. All skills of the dazzled enemies will compulsively target 1 random hero of your side. This effect will be replaced by taunt effect, if any. Oh, that's interesting. So basically, it looks like the 2 dazzled enemies are going to attack another random hero on your side that's not Russell, I take it. So basically, he's protecting himself from those 2 dazzled enemies. It's kind of like a reversed taunt effect, in that those 2 enemies will attack a single hero on your side, but of course it's random, so you can't choose which hero they're going to attack. But it's not going to be Russell, which I think is the point here. So Russell's basically protecting himself from those two heroes for the rest of, for 2 rounds. And of course, if you do have a Unimax, then if he hits those dazzled enemies, then of course Taunt will replace Dazzle, so they'll attack Unimax. So this doesn't. So if you don't have a Unimax, this is good. If you do have a Unimax, it's still good. But anyway, that's Dazzling Light. Pretty cool. Kind of an interesting ability, and I guess it just goes off once at the beginning of the match, and that's it. So Light Arrow, basic attack gains 2 layers of Light Arrow for 4 rounds. So in addition to the layer of Light Arrow that you got at the beginning from Dazzle, it's not called Dazzle, is it? Oh, Dazzling Light, yeah. So in addition to that layer of that you get from Dazzling Light, you get another 2 layers from his basic attack. So it gives you 3 arrows, 3 light arrows, and basically whenever he attacks, each layer of light arrow enables him to perform 1 strike against the enemy with the lowest HP, dealing 300% attack as damage. So basically he's going to hit the lowest HP, for every arrow he has. So if he has 3 layers of light arrow, whenever he attacks, he's going to hit the lowest HP enemy 3 times, each for dealing 300% of attack as damage. And I assume he uses those up. I don't think they continue stacking. So he probably uses those up once he attacks. Every time he attacks, he'll use those up, I assume. So that's his basic attack. And of course, so that's pretty cool. So continuing on, Baptism of Light. Attack, he gets plus 30% attack, plus 60% holy damage, crit damage plus 40%, and control immunity plus 30%, again, pretty standard. It's pretty similar actually to Drake's passives. In fact, Drake, instead of holy damage plus 60, he gets skill damage plus 70, and instead of crit damage plus 40, he gets crit damage plus 50, Drake does. So pretty similar, and of course control immunity plus 30% and speed plus 60. So that's pretty cool. Nice stat boosts there. And lastly, Radiant Arrow is his active skill. So as he begins to channel the power of light on drawing his bow, Russell increases self-crit by 50% and damage reduction by 40% for 2 rounds. While channeling, Russell immunes to all control effects and cannot gain energy. Okay, so this is getting around Carry as well. Let's see. In his move in the next round, he will release the arrow, dealing 1500% of attack damage against all enemies, gaining 3 layers of light arrow for 4 rounds, and of course we know what light arrow does. So I'm confused though. So this is his active skill. So if Carry hits him, this isn't going to go off, right? As he begins to channel the power of light on drawing his bow, Dazzling Light, Light Arrow, basic attack. Yeah, so I don't know. Does this get around? I'm confused on this, honestly. I don't think this really does get around Carey. It sounds like his active skill, when it goes off, he gets self-crit by 50% and damage reduction by 40% for 2 rounds. And during that time, he's immune to all control effects and cannot gain energy. Does that... It seems like that nerfs Carey a little bit, because if you're not gaining energy, you know, she can't blast you. But he has to get his active skill off in order to get this going. So it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I honestly don't know how this works. So I guess we're going to have to, you know, watch some videos from, you know, Barry Gaming and the likes, to get, you know, to see how this actually works. But from what I'm reading here, it's not going to get around Carey. And I was expecting it. I was expecting him to have some type of ability that gets around Carey. And I want to say this does in some way, but I don't know how. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyway, and of course this builds up light arrows as well for 4 rounds. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, Russell. You know, like I said, I think I'd rather have Russell. I want to say he's the better of the two, just because he's a ranger, and, you know, like in my lineup right now, I have, who's my ranger? Oh yeah, Carey, of course. So I have Carey, and, you know, a lot of people already have Carey. So adding Russell to the mix would be really nice, because then, you know, any tech that you pump into Ranger is going to, you know, pump up your Carries and your Russell. So anyway, we'll see. I have saved up. And they reworked the summoning circle a little bit here, which is nice. So you can see at a glance, you know, how many summons you have, and as you can see, I've saved up 1267 summons, heroic summons, and so I'm hoping throughout these next 2 weeks I can somehow get up to 1500 heroic summons in order to, you know, do 3-4 completions of this event. So we'll see. And again, this is the little deal here. So the rumors are true. So basically, you know, this little meter fills up, and, you know, like I said, if you don't get a Drake by that, you know, after 499 summons, then you are guaranteed a Drake on your 500th summon. So that's pretty cool. That's nice. I like that. Pretty cool. Anyway, that's the deal there, and basically those are the events, everybody. So I'm not going to do my summons tonight. Maybe if I do decide to do them tonight, I will do another video. But that's all for this video, and so look for my next video coming up this week when I'll do my 1000 summons and my 1000+ summons. And until then, I am your Colonel signing off, and remember, as always, that karma can be a real bitch, but you never know, maybe she'll give you a Russell, so be nice to her. Anyway, everybody, I'll see you all in the next video when I do my summons, so look for that, and I will see you then. Goodbye.